to Bright
morning.
Horizons with
Deb and our
Jim.
Jim. Hi, everybody. Today is our New Year's Eve show.
Yes, and also you might be thinking, is today Friday? No, today's Thursday.
We got you again. We got you again. We just pop out, and here we
Just
are.
never know when we'll be on. So welcome.
Oh,
We are always so happy to be with you.
absolutely. And, New Year's is around the corner. We just had our Christmas show, and here we are. Boom, boom. Last year we did New Year's resolutions. Well, we could do the same thing.
Well,
It's our New Year's
well,
show, and I
talking
got
about
dressed for the occasion.
new experiences in the
Glitter.
new year, I think would be
Right.
good. And yes, look at
Absolutely.
this. I'm sure you're all adjusting your screens.
This blouse
Put
I
your
wore,
sunglasses on.
right? I wore it for the show, and it was funny because I wore it coming in for the show, and in my car, as I was telling Jim, as the sun beams down, it was just really funny because I
Like a
saw
disco
glitter all
ball.
over
Yeah,
the
like a
car. I
disco
felt like I was
ball.
in Disco Fever, that movie, the
So
Disco
were you
Ball.
dancing around a little?
I'm in the car. I'm like, wow, look at this! It's sparkling all over because this is a blouse that I've had forever.
And
In
then
fact,
and then the earrings too are
and then
sparkling.
the earrings. So I figured, okay, what better time to wear it but our New Year's show? So
Yes.
I'm sparkling full of happiness and joy, and Jim is sparkling full of happiness and joy. So
Yes.
we hope
Wanted
that
to
you are
mention
too.
some birthdays as we always do. I think I mentioned in the last show Jean Marie, my niece, my beautiful niece.
Yes.
Well, that was December 18th. We had a beautiful dinner with the family.
Nice,
My
nice.
beautiful sister and brother-in-law that were there, and all the children, the four
Nice.
children. So it was a
Yeah.
wonderful celebration. Then on New Year's Eve, imagine being born on New Year's Eve. Bonnie Clark,
Wow.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So we wish Bonnie a happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
And then
Bonnie.
being born on the first of the year,
The
imagine.
first, I have a few friends who, yeah.
Richard Seitz,
Okay,
happy birthday, Richard.
Richard.
And then on the third is Jim Sugarman, happy
Jim
birthday,
Sugarman,
Jim
happy
Sugarman.
birthday.
And then Joanne Verstleen, she is with the Miami Jupiter Tequesta Hosan Association of Realtors. She's the executive director, so we wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joanne.
And then Carol Bloom, our dear friend,
Carol Bloom, happy
January 4th.
birthday.
Beautiful
I
times
only
come
have
up.
one that I could, and my beautiful niece, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Happy
Williamson.
birthday.
January the 7th is her birthday. Happy birthday, honey. I know it's a couple days away, but happy birthday because we won't have a show on that time, so we're acknowledging it now.
And then speaking about exciting things happening, on December 19th, I proposed marriage, and my beautiful Annanello accepted my proposal.
Yes,
We did it live on the radio.
congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Live on the radio. It was amazing.
That's Jim. That's typical for Jim. So congratulations, all the best, Jim.
Thank you.
We are so happy and delighted.
My dear
today.
friend Mike McGann, who's the radio host from 10 until 2 on Legends Radio. I
Uh-huh.
contacted him the week before and I said, would it be okay if I proposed
Aw,
marriage
he
on your
was
show?
thrilled.
Oh, yes, he said, certainly.
Absolutely.
So it was just a wonderful experience. So I'm
Well,
looking forward to a new year.
congratulations to you and Anna.
Thank you.
You can call her Anna?
I call her Anna Maria,
Anna
but she goes
Maria.
by Ann.
Anne.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So we're looking forward to an
Overjoyed
exciting new
and
year.
many,
Yes.
many new
Yes.
blessed beginnings for
Yes.
you and Anne.
Thank you, thank you.
Well,
No,
I was searching for upbeat, lively songs, and I said to Jim, Auld Lang Syne's the typical, but that's kind of sad, and we don't want to bring tears to you. We want to bring
Right.
happiness to
Right.
you. So what we've decided to do, I picked out, of course, these are blasts from the past, two songs. Cool and the Gang, Celebrate, and then we have Good Times by the Chic, the group
Right.
Chic. I guess they were in the 70s, the late 70s.
Maybe, I
think it
can't
was the
remember.
70s.
But
Anyway,
it's such a upbeat
those are those,
song.
yeah, they're such great, great upbeat songs. So I don't know if you want to do that now, Jim.
Well, why don't we wait a little bit to
Yeah,
have a little
okay.
bit of anticipation from the audience, because some of them might not remember the song,
Okay.
and that way they'll be thinking, "Oh, which one is that now?"
Well, anyway, a New
What,
Year's,
what customs did you have as a child for New Year's Eve?
just we would just sit up until I guess a certain time and go to bed early. My parents always entertained a lot. They did, and they had usually house parties.
And did they have the pots and pans at
Oh
midnight?
yes, in fact, that's what I forgot this morning. But those little twirly woo,
Yes,
woo, woo, we used to
yes.
have those. But pots and pans, in fact, Greg and I still do that to
Right,
this
yeah,
day. The pots and pans. Basically, that's it. We would have a house party, and we'd have friends and family, and then of course the kids would have to go to sleep at a certain time while the adults still entertained and had fun and enjoyed. Because back in the day in New York City, we lived in the apartment
Apartments,
building
right.
that everybody knew everybody, and everybody
Right.
kind of just went across the hallway or whatever and then knocked on your door. Here we are, Happy New Year.
Yes.
So we pretty much stayed that way. Yeah, it's
And I mentioned this
very
once
memorable
before,
too.
but I had an aunt Carmel. Her name was Carmel, and I always remember on New Year's Eve she would take a broom and sweep out the old, go to the
Sweep
front
out the
door,
old and
sweep
with the
out the
new.
old,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
with the new. It was a
yeah,
cute custom that she developed,
yeah.
and it was always nice just being with family. I mean, just beautiful memories of
It
being with
is.
family on New
And
Year's.
this, for instance, with Greg and I mean, we've been there, we've done that, we've gone out, but New Year's Eve to me, Jim, is, it's just a night where I want to stay at home and relax. I'd rather see New York Times, I mean, really,
Yeah,
Times Square rather,
right.
on TV, and I just love that. So what we usually do, Greg and I, is we order Chinese food, and we bring in the new year that way with our fortune cookies, and we watch,
Well, that's
we watch
apropos,
it.
having a
Yes,
fortune
yes, we
cookie on New
watch it
Year's
on
Eve.
TV, and we enjoy it. Now this year, we're planning to go out to dinner, so we'll do that.
Right?
We talked about it 2 months ago. I said, let's do something different. He says, absolutely. He's been cooking since Thanksgiving. He's worn out. It's his turn.
He deserves a
yeah,
day
it's
off.
his turn
Right.
to be served. So anyway, we're going to go out to dinner, but usually we stay at home and just enjoy
That's great.
and try not to travel because it's a crazy night, I think.
I was looking up when you think about the new year, January naturally is the next month. That
Yeah,
was
wow.
adapted from the Roman god Janus, Janus.
Wow.
And whenever you see any pictures of him, he's got two faces, one looking backward and one looking forward. So it's a profile
I've seen
shot
that. Yeah, yeah,
of
okay,
both,
okay,
of both
all right.
faces. So it's always a time of reflection, right? We think about the past, and then we
Always,
anticipate
always.
the future. So it's just a beautiful time to really evaluate ourselves and grow, which I love to do.
It's so many times, and our intentions are so well thought out. We really mean to. You're either going to lose weight, quit smoking, start exercising more, eat healthier, this, that, the other. The list goes on and on and on. But we all know that's our intention. And if
Right.
we stick to a few of them, one even,
Right.
you've done a great job in trying to, because remember, it's never too late. Just because it's a new year doesn't mean, oh my gosh, I got to start again next year. Just pick it up where you left off and start again.
And I've
That's
seen
it.
a lot of slogans now for the new year, which is interesting, especially with the number 23. Like
I
one-
love that number.
Yes.
It's my mother's birthday. That's
Oh,
why it's
is
so
it?
special to me.
Yes.
I've often said 2023 is meant to be. 2023 is for me.
See?
Meaning
You
me,
can
anyone.
a lot can rhyme with
Right.
that. Another one I
It's a
saw
special
was
number.
Best Me 23.
I
And
love
I
that.
think that's great. Best Me 23.
Yeah, 23 is a special, special number because I have a special, special mom.
Well, I think what's important, and my beloved Barbara told me on numerous occasions, always be open to new experiences, and
You
I
have to.
really
and,
feel that that's
it's
important.
something that, I'm glad that you hit on that topic, Jim,
Yes.
because without being open to new experiences, we don't learn.
Right.
And you can't
Stagnate.
you stagnate. You cannot do that to yourself. It's not fair. This is how we learn, how we grow, and how we experience, and how we evolve. And we need to really take that plunge. Be nervous, of course. It's a new beginning. It's a new start for you. It may be something that, oh wow, I don't know, I want to do it, but I'm fearful. Of course, you're going to be fearful. If it's something that is not you're not accustomed to, you're not comfortable
Right.
with, but give it a shot.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
at least you tried.
Right.
You can't say you haven't tried.
And what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
You know,
All right, so you find that it's not for me, but you gave it a shot and you'll be happy.
or you might
and you don't
find
want to
that it's the
regret and
be-
say, oh man, why
you
did I
might
do
find
that?
it's the best experience of your
Right,
life, or you
right,
might meet
exactly.
someone, you'll meet people.
Right.
And really, meeting people is so important.
It really is. I mean, the networking in life, thank God that we have our jobs, our coworkers, the people, our second family away from home is what I call it.
Because I really believe that there's, our spirits are touching other spirits.
Oh,
And either
absolutely.
you might be benefiting from this
Absolutely.
encounter with someone, or that person can benefit from the
Right,
encounter with you.
right.
So it's so important to interact wherever you are.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid when you're in the supermarket to talk to the people online with you.
Oh, absolutely.
The
not.
funny thing is this bow ties.
I love that.
Everyone knows bow ties are my trademark now.
Absolutely.
More conversations start now
With the bow
because
tie.
of my bow
Yeah,
tie.
yeah.
I get comments everywhere I go. So it's
I
just
know,
so
but it's
interesting.
nice.
Like
It's-
on the supermarket line especially, it's so funny. People will turn around and say, "Oh my God!" Like one man said, "My brother always wore a bow tie, and he's a doctor." Or, "I just love that bow tie." You don't see it that often. It's just so funny. All these actually, I write them down, and I'm going to write a book someday about all these comments about bow ties
You should. I
because it's so
definitely think
interesting.
you should.
It's really interesting, and the words,
I
the
would love to count.
descriptions,
Do you know how many bow ties you have by chance? Just off the
more
top
than
of your head.
100.
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do. And I've seen a lot, but boy, this is new. I don't think I've ever seen this.
This
That's
is
new,
one of my
isn't it?
Christmas ones with the
It's
green and blue.
beautiful. It's really nice.
But the
I
funny
should
part
say
is,
it's handsome.
yeah, I received gifts of bow ties. A dear
Your
friend and
birthday,
his
I had all
wife.
the girls show up in bow ties.
That was so funny.
Only because I figured that's so apropos.
If you haven't
It's
seen
Jim,
our
you know?
my birthday show, go back to May of
Go
this
back
year
to May, you'll
and,
see.
and look at that. And all the women come in with bow ties.
I
and
called the
it's
girls
really
at
adorable.
Maria, Virginia, said, please don't forget your bow ties. Said, you got to show up. Otherwise, we're not going to have an appropriate party for Jim. But it was adorable. It worked out really well.
But that's what I'm saying about new experiences. Just anything
Yeah.
could precipitate a conversation, and it could change your life. You just don't know. I mean, if you're single, you might meet the man or woman of your dreams, and you just never know when it's going to happen. Because I find it interesting. So many people go on the internet now to meet people.
No, be careful.
I
about
never did that.
No.
I just can't see myself ever doing that
No.
because, first of all, you don't
You're
have
not
interaction.
Right. You're not
You're on
interacting.
one of these sites where
It
you're
could
not
be-
really communicating directly. You're saying, "Oh, from seeing a picture, I'm interested in you," or reading the biography,
Right,
"I'm interested
right.
in you." But you don't have that interaction. Whereas when you meet someone in person, obviously you feel the chemistry.
Right.
There could be that charisma connection, and it's just so
It's
much.
totally different.
Yeah,
It's totally different. You're right. And I don't trust that's to each their own, let's put it that way. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, you have to be careful. I know a
Of
lot of
course.
people
I
say
mean,
if
even
they
in-
meet in
even
a public
interaction,
place.
right,
Yeah.
right.
But there's no substitute for that personal connection and that little flutter that you might get in your heart when you meet somebody, and it's just
Right.
beautiful experience.
Yes.
And really, you're connecting on a spiritual level too.
You know, the spirit, I believe, always forms into the human body. I really believe that. There's so many people, and I speak about writing books. The experiences that you have when you meet someone, you'll see. I'll give you an example. I went to get gasoline one day, and here was a gentleman at the clear blue sky who had a dog in his SUV, and for whatever reason, he came out of his car and he says, "Oh, hello." He said, "I could help you with that." In other words,
Help
pumping
pump
my
the
gas. And I thought that was nice, but here he is, a stranger. But then it dawned on me that a dear friend of ours passed away, and we haven't seen each other, spoke to each other in years. And I thought to myself, oh my, it was so evident that it was him coming to me saying, "I'm watching you, I'm okay." And the dog represents our Shaker too, who he used to take care of all the time. And I
Beautiful.
thought, oh my gosh, I had such tears in my eyes. It goes to show you, and this is how the Lord, I feel,
Yes.
brings us together, because there are people that come into our world and just sock it to us. It's like, oh my gosh, the spirituality is amazing in
Yes.
people, and it means so much. It really does.
And that's really what's important in life when you think about
Yes,
that.
it really
Not what
is.
you acquire and
No,
fame or anything
and
else.
as you get older,
It's
you
the
realize
lives that you
it more.
touch.
Right.
The lives that you touch.
I'm so happy when I'm able to pay it forward. And you don't have to pay it forward financially. If you can, wonderful. But your time,
Right.
your love, your guidance, and whatever you can do to put a smile on someone's face, you are paying it forward. You are being a bright ray of sunshine in someone's life,
And
regardless.
speaking of Shaker 2, the book.
Yes, oh yeah.
You're going to finish it in
By
23?
2023, that's on my list, as a matter
Everybody,
of fact.
we got to
Yep.
hold her accountable to finish
And
that book.
it's funny you should bring that up, because I was just saying to Greg, I said, I've tweaked it a little too much, and I really shouldn't do that, because
Right.
originally when I put something down, I should leave it because it was great.
Right.
Why turn back? But that's me. I have to just keep changing it around. But I wanted to make it bigger but smaller now, because it's really precisely about how I felt the need to have Shaker 2.
Right.
It'll be understandable once you read the book. I mean, it's really lovely, and it touched my heart. I know that Shaker 2 came into our lives by Shaker 1, reincarnation. I really
Now, are
believe that.
you illustrating it yourself?
Myself, oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Beautiful.
It's so heartfelt, Jim.
Right.
It's truly,
And are you coloring in the pages? Is it black and white?
it's
What
going to
do
be
you-
colorful. It has to be colorful, because Shaker 2 is very colorful, and so is my Shaker 1. But
I'm so
there's a lot
excited.
of
I want to see
meaning.
this
There's
book.
a lot of meaning to it, and
Yes.
this book, it's Shaker 2 the Cockapoo, and it's precise, and it's to the point, and it's not going to be anything other than him. And
Right.
I mean, Greg and I just last night were talking about the possibility. Now's the time of year where they have those commercials, the dogs please adopt, and the
Oh,
sad
right.
music's on TV. I can't watch them. I get very upset, because I just want to adopt every one of them if I
Do
could.
you know what I heard on the radio today?
It's such a shame.
Palm Beach County animal control has room for 144 dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and they have 200 now. Imagine they only have room for 144,
That's
but
what
they
we
have
heard, right?
200.
Yeah,
So they're putting some in cage, the ones that will get along together with each other.
it's
But there's
sad.
really a need. So
There
if
really
you're in Palm
is.
Beach County and you're open to having a dog, they have quite a few there.
They need your
And they
love. They
said
need a
because
home.
of the economy, people have been turning in dogs voluntarily, that
Yeah.
they can't really afford to keep them.
Well,
So
it
it's
is an
very
expense,
interesting.
but
Yeah.
before you decide, you have to remember they are your family
Yes.
in every sense of the
But
word.
what I
They're
love
your
about
family.
your book is it's going to be inspirational,
Oh,
which, yeah,
very
yeah,
much so, and I'm
yes,
delighted. So thank you for bringing that topic up.
yes.
I still to this very day cannot get over how I instantly knew I was going to find him that day, and it all came into place. And you'll see when it comes out what took place.
And you're
And
all aware of my book too. Can you
yes,
see what I saw? I'm still looking for a literary, the book is completed, but I'm looking for a literary
yeah,
agent at this point
absolutely.
because I think that I could get more exposure through a literary agent than just trying to publish it on my own.
Right.
So that's right now I'm in the midst of contacting different literary
Well,
agents
that'll
to
come
see.
together for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
I'm anxious about it. I can't wait.
I know. Well, I can't wait either. The clouds, oh my gosh.
Yes,
There's so much to be said about a cloud, I'll tell you. There is so much to be said. The different formations and what they mean and what they,
yes.
oh,
Well,
talk about inspirational.
yes, we all know Deb sees a lot of the images in the clouds and she'll post them on Facebook, which is beautiful. That one with the angel was just amazing.
Jim still talks
Yes,
about that. And that
yes.
was in 2013. Do you know, I heard that the Pope is not doing well. He's pretty
No,
sick,
Pope
and that
Benedict,
broke
yeah.
my heart.
He's
In
95
fact,
years old.
God bless, God bless. But I hope and pray, and we
We'll have
just
to
pray
pray
for
for
him
him.
because he's just amazing. And 2013, when I saw the angel in the cloud, is when he was
Right?
our new Pope. So it
I,
really hard to see that.
I saw this slogan, celebrate endings, for they precede new beginnings.
Amen. True.
I just thought that was so beautiful because sometimes we don't really think about the endings,
No.
It happens and then, or we're anxious to look at something new, but you
Right.
should celebrate them
Always.
because they do precede new beginnings. You know, that expression, one door opens, another one closes.
Exactly.
One door
Exactly.
closes, another one opens,
Right.
it's,
And it happens to be true. It happens to be very true. And as we live life and we're all on the same journey, we go through it. We have our own individual experiences, and some are more so than others. And we never really understand why at the moment, but down the road we look
Right,
back and
when you look
it's
back.
reflected. It's like, wow, that's why that happened. Okay,
Yes.
well that makes sense now. It does.
yeah, it's beautiful when you think back and
Yeah.
relive certain events or whatever, and you realize why they happened. It's just beautiful. And the other slogan I like is, "The new year is full of things that have never been,"
Mm-hmm.
which is so true,
And you be
right?
never ever
Never have been before.
Just like today's Thursday. Well, it's a new Thursday. It may be another Thursday to us, but it's a Thursday we've yet to touch. We're in the present at the moment.
Yes,
We're not in the past. We're
right.
not in the future. We're at the present at the moment. It's a new Thursday.
And it's a good time to remind us to always be present, right?
Amen.
So much of technology keeps us focused just on the technology. Better to be present to
Right.
experience what's happening before us, and not miss it. Because it's interesting. Sometimes when people are in the car, the passenger is doing something on the technology, on a telephone or whatever, and really missing sometimes the beauty that you see.
Oh, I see it all the time.
Yeah,
And it's upsetting
yeah.
because that's why you have to put that phone down. I mean, it's wonderful to have. Their smartphones, well, we're actually ridiculous for allowing them to rule us because we are
Right.
missing things.
Right.
So thank you for bringing that topic
Yeah.
up.
Especially in
many
the
times
car.
when-
Yeah.
that is such a. You might as well, God forbid, if you get into an accident, you should not be texting.
Right.
Period. That is a big no-no. Shut your phone off, or if it should ring, just wait until you come to a stop or where you're supposed to go. If it's important, you'll know enough to pick it up, but stop and don't text and drive,
But there's
please.
so much beauty around us, and
There
you
really
really
is.
want to
I
appreciate
captured it,
it.
as you said. I just, the weather here has been glorious.
Yes,
It's been
today
so
has been
terrific.
beautiful.
Christmas Eve, we had our first cold snap, and for us, it was a big deal. I had my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece, and my other sister, and it was just lovely. Everyone spent the night. We had a great Christmas get-together, but we were freezing, and it was in the, what was it, 40, 42 degrees. So to us, it's like zero below.
Yes.
You know, only because it's a big thing. I mean, we're used to 70, 80-degree weather at this time of year. So it was wonderful to have that for a couple of days. Now, inch by inch, we're getting a little bit warmer,
Yeah, we're back
which is
into the
nice. Actually, I'm
70s.
kind of happy about that because I can't take the cold like I used to. I thought that I could, but I've been in Florida for way too long to, um,
Yeah, it's funny.
no, I
They
just
say our
can't do.
blood thins. I don't know literally if that happens, but
Well, I'll tell you
we
what, I
do.
get cold in AC, so I don't, I would not do good at all up north. I mean, as much as I love the changing of seasons, and I do, who doesn't? They're beautiful and they represent every season. So yeah, it's just that I love Florida. But anyway, yeah, we're so blessed. You know, it's a time that, you know, happy things happen, sad things happen, but always know that there's somebody out there that loves you, that wants to talk to you, that will take the time to be with you. If you're going through a challenging time, hey, don't ever give up. Just know that it's a new beginning, as Jim was just touching down on.
Right,
A new day, a new you. And if you even need to reach Jim via a message, text, what have you,
right,
myself,
right.
please do. And don't, you know, comment. Let us know. Is there something we could do to help you? Is there something that we could do to guide you on your journey? If it's a trying time right now, this is why we're touching on this show each and every week. We try to come with great positive topics. And with the new year, it's not always easy for all of us. We're all going through our own separate journeys, and we don't really know what's happening in the next person's life. And they're trying hard not to show it, but they're running around with a smile on their face, and deep down, they're really hurting. So
That,
if you're hurting, we understand.
that reminds me, there are
It's
wonderful
a terrible
people.
time right now for
Yeah,
suicides, and I don't.
yeah. There are
It's
wonderful
really
people in
horrible.
our lives that we don't realize their background and history.
Right.
So a friend of mine who's a client called me this week, and I helped him organize a charity called Horses and Heroes,
Oh, nice.
in which uh, they have some stables in Martin County, and they have a program for veterans, which is what, I love the veterans.
Right.
But they're also expanding it to firefighters and police officers, because what they'll do is people that have emotional issues, especially veterans who have experienced war,
Oh, yeah.
horses connect with people. It's amazing
They
that
do. They're
that
beautiful
we know
animals.
dogs and other animals do too,
Yeah,
but horses.
they do.
So they have a program where they'll bring the veteran to the stable once a week for I think 8 weeks, and connect with the horses. It's just a beautiful program. So I
Oh,
wanted to highlight Frank Labudi, who started this program called Horses and
God
Heroes.
bless you, Frank Labuti. That's
And
wonderful.
it's interesting how God, well, he himself suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. So he knows what it is to have a
What
need
a
to
wonderful
connect.
organization for him
Yes,
to think of. That is
yes.
so special of him.
And it's funny how the Lord works, but
Yes,
he's
yes.
connected recently with a developer, a land developer, who they might make a connection, who would donate some land to them to build stables for the veterans. So it's just beautiful when you do the
Wonderful.
Lord's work, and when you uh, work outside of yourself. No, he experienced some emotional issues. He didn't just withdraw, but he said, well, I'm going to help other people
Right.
from my experiences, and look at the beauty that he's spreading around with these
That's
veterans.
wonderful. And the horse is just an amazing, amazing creature.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I met him through Deb Doherty, our friend,
Oh, okay.
who
Deb.
has her charity, which we love,
Deb's
Deb. Thank
wonderful.
you so
Yes.
much.
She's a wonderful lady.
DDS for Vets, and she raises money to buy service dogs for veterans. So we
I
thank
see
you,
that,
Deb,
Deb.
for all the efforts that the time that you devote to that wonderful charity. This past, recently, they bought 3 service dogs for veterans,
I love it.
and it's just a beautiful charity. So thanks, Deb, for all
Thank you,
you
Deb.
do.
She does an awful lot.
Yes, and it's so important. These organizations help people. So if you're not involved in any organizations, you might think in the new year that maybe you might want to think about one that would be suitable for you to help others, because
Right,
there's so many
right.
wonderful charitable organizations for all different areas, right?
Absolutely.
Illnesses and special people, like we said, veterans, firefighters, police officers, people that are on the front line helping us every day.
Yeah,
They
senior
really
citizens
deserve.
who have no family.
Yes.
It's just make it your point to be their family when you can.
Oh, by the way, there's a new program. Most of you know I'm on the Area Agency of Aging Board of
Mm-hmm.
Directors. So there's a new program that'll be starting. So if you know any seniors who need some home improvement in Palm Beach County, Martin County, Indian River, Okeechobee, Indian River, I think I said all the counties. But anyway, uh, that they'll have up to $5,000 to assist seniors who cannot afford some modifications to their home, like let's say elevated toilets. As we're older, we
Right,
want a
right,
higher toilet,
right.
or grab bars in the showers.
Very important.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Or let's say a ramp going up into with a wheelchair to the entry of a house.
Wheelchair accessibility, right.
They'll be able to use the
Wonderful.
$5,000 toward these improvements. So please contact the, I have to look up the number, the helpline, if you know any seniors who might be able to qualify for that type of a program to really help them adapt their home, which is wonderful for the state. The state is funding this, by the way, state
Wonderful.
of Florida.
That's wonderful.
So I just want to look up the number while I'm speaking about it to give people. But there's a helpline for the Area Agency on Aging, and I don't have it handy. But I'll post it in the comments after the show for people to call that number if you know of a senior that might need this assistance.
Very, very well
Yes.
needed.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Jim. My
And
gosh.
I always want to talk about our dear friend Marie. Speaking about somebody who's a giver
Oh,
and who's such a loving spirit and touches people's lives, Marie Pinchmit, not only through her spoken word and written word, but from her art and just the person that she is. So thank you, Marie. We really
she knows
love
how
you.
much we love.
Yes.
Mwah. We love you,
And we
Marie.
always have Out of My Mind and Into Your Heart. She has an essay called Thoughts on a New Year.
Okay, let's go, Marie.
First, a toast to you.
Ta-da.
May you have 12 months of joy. We love that in capital
Amen.
letters. What of last year's resolutions? Did they work out for you? I sincerely hope so. Then I wanted to go down to, she mentions that she's glad she has lived another year. You know, God bless Marie. She's 94 years old. She says, I've cultivated new friends and been able to keep close the tried and true ones. The events of the last year might have been unexpected, but all turn out well. That's living in the moment and finding joy in whatever surprises caught my attention, which is true. Life is full of surprises. You know?
Oh, is it ever? It really is.
Every day things will surprise us. And it's how we
We're-
react,
we're-
right? How we
Exactly.
react
It's
to
not
those.
so much what happens, it's how you handle it,
Right.
basically. And that's easier said than done, and it's not always easy, but that's so true.
More and more, I'm allowing the problems of the world over which I have no control to take a back seat. That's right. We're upset with things that might be happening, but don't let them rule your life. Let them take the back seat,
Right.
leaving me to find joy in nature, creativity,
Nature, yep.
and in the people who
Nature.
bring my life a sense of joy and laughter. See, Marie realizes the value of being with other people. Laughter really is the best medicine, as we all know.
I love it.
It can bring me out of the lowest doldrums. A feeling cannot be put in a pill by some pharmaceutical laboratory for me to swallow. But we should not become only receivers of goodwill and laughter. We should pass it on to others. Thank you, Marie.
Love it.
We love your thoughts.
Love it.
In the following year, I hope to see more happy, smiley faces, find more uplifting books to read, and hear more good news from bad. Of course, I want the future to be kind to me, but if it has other plans, I'll work my way through them the best way I can. That's what I like. You know, resilience.
Right.
Optimism is the key word, but optimism must be accompanied by action, right? You can't just be optimistic, you have to act.
Right.
So thank you. And then she has a quote here from Winston Churchill. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions because they become your habits.
Because they become it's true.
Watch your habits because they become your character. And watch your character, for your character is your destiny. That's Winston Churchill.
Well,
Beautiful.
he said it
A
beautifully.
beautiful thought for the new year.
Wowee.
Because we do. We choose our destiny.
We do.
You know,
We do.
by our actions.
Well, with that being said,
Oh, we got that song to
We're
come
gonna
on.
just do one, I guess, Good Times.
Okay.
It's by the. I had to make sure I had the right one though. Let's see. That's 4. Okay, 7. We'll do the best
Got
we
all
can.
these lucky numbers.
Yeah.
Lucky 7.
see. Okay. Good times.
Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. A new state of mind. These are the good times. Happy days are here again. The time is right for making friends. Let's get together.
Help
Better
better
to
to
10.
10.
Come tomorrow, let's all do it again.
Boys
We'll be boys, better let them have their toys. Girls will be girls, with ponytails and curls. Must put it in to the stress in life. I think I want to live the sporting life. Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. These are the good times.
Our new
State of mind. These are the good times.
All right, with that being
Love it.
said, these are the good times. And I think we said a mouthful on that one. These
Yes.
are the good times. We're here in 2022, going into 2023.
Our new state of mind.
New state of mind. These are good times. Leave your cares behind. Let's rock and roll into 2023.
Yeah,
And-
when we see you again, it'll be a new year.
Absolutely. And it won't be for a while. Jim's going to be going away for a while, but we will be back. We promise you in January. And you know, the best feeling of happiness, we always say, is when you're happy because you've made somebody else happy.
That's right.
And we love being with you. You know that. And we hope that today brings you all the blessings you deserve today, every day, and into the new year. God bless each and every one of you. Our family, our friends mean the world to us.
Yes.
And just stay safe and just be very careful, and we're all trying to do the best we can on this journey of life. So
You'll all be in our thoughts and prayers.
always, and you know what we always say. With that being said, the tambourine comes out.
What a difference a day makes.
Here we go. What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you and you and you and you. You better believe you make a difference in our lives. We love you all. Please instant message us, send us text, whatever it may be. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Mwah. We'll see you next year.
Yes, we'll look forward to seeing you. And thank you for sharing
Bye,
these
everybody.
videos.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy